the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Brady now on first down. This is Miller, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Will Fuller back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 42. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to... And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the gun, it's Brady.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Tua on the bootleg here.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami, and he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his fourth season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
Going deep here for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Sanders on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rolling to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Tua now on first down.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Second down and 3.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's got room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And we all remember when Devontae Parker was drafted, a first-round pick out of Louisville. Really hit his stride in 2019 with 1,200 yards. Numbers dipped a bit last year, but he can be a real dependable target for Tua Tagovailoa.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Throwing now is Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. Touchdown! It's complete. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point try now for Succop. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 31, Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw again on second down, Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And now off to the races down the right side.
Come on and get it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, Brady. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this head straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Brady to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we make the Dolphins back a little bit.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From midfield, here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Gaskin.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Fournette on the toss to the right. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Brady's throw taken in by Miller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. A punt of 32 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line.
They'll run now with Gaskin.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, but now it's 3rd down.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right?
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
7 yards, the pickup there.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Gaskin, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Long here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 12.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Hands it off out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here is another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run with Gaskin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Brady will look to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Devin White. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphin.